The Fan Connections Road to WrestleMania. The road starts here.
So we're taking it all the way back to WrestleMania 1, and we're willing to highlight all the key matches and moments
from WrestleMania 1 to WrestleMania 40 to get us ready for WrestleMania 41.
And as soon as WWE War Games Survivor Series has ended, y'all get ready, y'all buckle up. Survivor Series War Games 2024 results and grades.
Hey man, let's grade some attires for the Women's War Games match, team-wise. I think for Team Rhea, all of them combined, I'm going to give them a B for their attires. They didn't really have a respective theme. They all did something a little bit different, but I also feel like it kind of worked for them. And then as far as Team Nia, or Team Liv rather, I'm going to give them a C, because I just didn't really much care for the white and black, except for Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, and I gotta agree with you on that. For Team Rhea, I had to go B because out of all of them, I think Io Sky and Rhea probably had the best attires. And then out of Team Liv, Tiffy was the only one that really did anything different, so I had to give them a C too.
But as for the match itself, man, like, it was slow in the start.
And it was crazy that in the start, Nia and Bayley were the two that started out the match.
Yeah, and I mean, it ramped up as time goes on, as it does in a War Games, but I feel like they didn't get to the action really quick enough.
I don't think they might have been a little scared to do some of the things they were meant to do.
And Nia literally said no to giving a chair shot, like a protected chair shot.
Like, canceled it.
And, but you know what? They were completely fine with using a turlet seat.
Yeah, perfectly fine with that. And then, I mean, it ramped up. I mean, toward like the middle, towards the end, it got a little better. You know, we seen the double moonsault from Tiffany and Io.
And then when Rhea Ripley come in, of course, and obliterated Liv Morgan through that table.
Yeah.
I mean, we got what we asked for, I guess. I mean, I figured this is about what I expected, right? No real build-up and no real story between, like, let's put these two teams together and see what happens.
Yep, and Team Rhea gets the dub, so I got this one wrong and you got it right.
Hey, let's go.
And no cash-in for Tiffany Stratton either, for anybody who didn't watch. Match grade overall, I had to give it a C because we didn't get nothing good till the very end, and it was a pretty long match. They could have done a lot better. A lot of the match was sloppy, but the ending was very good. I got to give them that.
I give it a B because I just felt like once the action ramped up, they kind of hooked me back in. And I mean, of course, when Rhea's in there, you're going to pay attention. So,
as for our next match, though, it was a U.S. title match. LA Knight and Shinsuke Nakamura. Me and you both got this wrong, Devin.
We all three got it wrong. You, me, and AJ Morgan.
Man, we're gonna just start it off with the grades though, real quick. We gave them both a C, I think. And Shinsuke's entrance though was fire. It was like one of the best entrances of the night, in my opinion.
Yeah, they didn't wear anything different, but they were presenting themselves differently. And LA Knight seemed to be having some kind of problem or something, man, because he was just messing up.
Yeah, he dropped the belt. He missed the ropes a couple times. And just overall, I like good for Shinsuke because he ended up coming up with the W. But, I mean,
nobody expected that. And I don't think anybody asked for that.
Like, what? That crowd was not reacting at all.
They really did fall asleep. And I'm just sitting here wondering what's next now for LA Knight. His title run kind of fell flat after beating Logan Paul.
So this match grade, I had to give it a D, bro.
I give it the same thing, man. Just because I just wasn't entertained.
It's like it wasn't that the fact that Shinsuke won or whatever, like that's okay. It's just like the match itself wasn't too entertaining.
But up next, we have the triple threat match for the IC title. Braun Breaker, Ludwig Kaiser, and Sheamus.
And we're going to go over these grades first real quick. So Braun was the only one wearing anything different, so I gave him an A.
I give him an A too, because I thought his singlet really matched the IC title well. and he's getting an aura around him. Like, he keeps getting better, and it's just like he is just so much fun to watch.
And as for Sheamus and Kaiser, I gave them both a C because they're just wearing their same old attire. But obviously in the match, Kaiser was going to play chicken shit. He's going to play that character that it's, we both had talked about that in previous episodes, like Kaiser's going to be the one that tries to sneak in and get the pin or whatever.
Yeah, they had kind of like focused on him a little bit though, and I'm not sure he anticipated that.
And through the whole entire match, Breaker was awesome. Like he just he made that match what it was.
He stole the show, man. And it, like I said, man, he is just impressive. It's hard to watch him and not be like amazed.
And throughout the whole thing, Sheamus and Braun, they went back and forth, dude. It was so entertaining. All these guys did exactly what they were supposed to. Breaker, Sheamus, and Kaiser. They had a banger.
Hey, another certified banger. And I'm going to give this match the grade of A.
Me too. I got to give it an A. And you'd be silly not to because, I feel like all them dogs in Canada were barking. And I was right on this one. I had to go with my heart. Sorry Lewitt didn't win. But
I wanted the clean sweep, but it is what it is.
Next up, though, we have the World Heavyweight Championship match between Gunther and Damian Priest. And their match grade, theirs was a little different. They both were wearing something a little different. I gave Damian a B, and I gave Gunther a B.
I give them both a C, and my reasoning being is, yes, they did something different, but I didn't like it as much as just what they regularly wear. I mean, why doesn't Gunther wear the maroon set or the blue set anymore?
Yeah.
We always just see black and gray. And Damian with the red and all, man, it's like he's not even really a part of the Terror Twins anymore.
And Gunther, throughout this whole match, bro, he didn't really seem too focused up until the time Priest tweaked his shoulder. Then he was all about it, you know?
Yeah, he locked in. But even still, there was that look in his eye. That same look that you always get when he's not sure if he can win.
And Devin, I'm just going to go ahead and give it to you. You called it. Finn Balor did interfere.
I smelt Finn Balor. I smelt a rat. And you know what? I knew the ring general would find a way.
And that caused Gunther to get the W too. Like that distraction was like he could have grawled Damian Priest on the outside of the ring and the ref didn't see it.
Yeah.
But Gunther saw it.
I would really like to have saw Gunther retain his title clean. And that's what he wanted. He like got mad at Finn Balor and stuff for helping him. But, when it comes to business, Gunther's got to keep the gold so he can defend it another day. And that just is what it is.
But at the end of the day, I had to give that match an A too, because it was just good. Like Damian and Gunther, they told a little bit of a story in that, and then like for Gunther to turn around once Damian got injured, he's the ring general, he's gonna use your weakness against you, So that was just good to me.
And the sleeper finish, man, was great. So I'm gonna have to follow through with an A as well. The men's War Games match in the main event.
We're gonna get some grades going first. I'm gonna give both teams a C.
I'm gonna give the OG Bloodline a B, but I'm biased, bro. They got all the cool guys on their team, don't they? And then for Solo's Bloodline, man, I think I've just gotta wrap his up with a C.
Like, I did like Jey Uso's attire, though. The black arm sleeve and everything. Like, his individually would probably get a higher grade, but as all of them together, they all got C's. But all of them did have some flavor going into this War Games match, bro. Like, it was, high gear for a bunch of stakes, Like, this is like, who's going to get to actually be claimed as the Tribal Chief,
Yeah, this War Games match was really, really good.
Tama Tonga and Main Event Uso started it.
And man, Jay did well. He was the right choice to start the match because even when Bronson followed in after, he did fine.
And also, speaking of Jay and starting it, he also came out last after the Tribal Chief, after Jimmy, after Sammy. He came out last.
Yep.
So that was a big thing for him. So good job, Main Event Uso. But he did have the numbers game against him for a while there. He tried to hang in there as much as he could.
Hey, and then his brother come in to help him too. And it's like, how are you gonna beat the Usos, bro?
Right. And then as soon as Jacob Fatu gets in there, like, what you gonna do then?
That's what you gotta do to beat the Usos, bro. You gotta send in the Samoan werewolf.
Like, you know, Jacob Fatu was that cousin that came to the like Thanksgivings and Christmases and broke all their toys when they were little.
Yeah, they didn't like him.
Sammy definitely got a big pop though once he got in there. The crowd was loving that.
And speaking of Sammy though, it looked like CM Punk was meant to go, and then Roman said no and made Sammy go instead. And then that of course led to what happened later, where CM Punk defies the Tribal Chief's orders and then goes before Roman.
Which made more sense anyway.
Yeah.
But then as Solo comes out, he comes out, last on his side. He locks Roman out of War Games. Reigns has to climb to get in.
Hey,
There's
Solo's
no way.
got the big brain plan, but that's how you know he's really not about fighting, because you ain't got to be smart to throw hands.
Yeah. This match had so many good spots, though. I was happy with it through and through. Like, there was just so much good stuff going on, bro.
Yeah, there was all kinds of stuff, bro. Remember the Paul Heyman speech? He ran down there. They were about to start fighting, and he's like, "You have to bring out the best in one another."
It's War Games!
And then the bell rang.
That was cool, dude.
Yeah, dude, it was sick.
Got a tsunami through a table off the top of the War Games cage, which you also called.
There was nothing left of the table, bro. Of course Roman Reigns wasn't going to take that.
But it was a big statement for Punk to move him out of the way, too, though.
Yeah, and it was awesome.
That was a big pop from the crowd when that happened. And then after that, Jimmy Uso put Jacob Fatu through a table with that Uso splash.
Yep, had to get rid of him, because there's no way to beat Solo with the Enforcers being there.
That Samoan werewolf. But yeah, dude, this match was awesome, bro. Like, through and through, like I did not like any part of it. Like, I feel like I was like, one point I was questioning, like, dang, they used a lot more equipment in the women's War Games match, but then I realized why they didn't. So this match grade, for me, dude, I had to give it an S.
I think I'm going to come in with an S too, because I want to give this one an A, but I feel like it's better than an A.
Making this our first ever in the history of the Fan Connection podcast. Overall, this PLE is an A. Good PLE, good wrestling, good storylines, good storytelling. It was awesome. But what's next? What's next for all these guys in War Games? What's next for Sammy Uso? What's next for the Usos themselves? What's next for CM Punk? What's next for Roman?
You'll just have to catch us in the next episode to find out. And that's about it for this episode.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
As for the Fan Connection, we're out of here.